And these are skills people can learn too. I mean, again, no one's really behind at this point because it's so new, and
Right.
and there's going to be skill sets that are needed and that are transferable from the real world into the metaverse world as well. So like you can take those, and if you maybe don't know it, learn it, and then bring it over. See how creative you can be, because the only judge is yourself, right? And people are either going to adopt it or they're going to love it or whatever, but your worst critic's going to be yourself. And the playing field here is there's really no set there's really no set thing that's either right or wrong, right? So use your creativity, play with the program, do this kind of stuff, because adoption through community is going to be a huge thing. And like
Right.
using like Clubhouse, or you work in Twitter Spaces, or there's certain platforms where if you're working within the world of NFTs, those are the platforms you definitely want to be on, be a part of that community, because so many successful NFT drops are based on communities, right? So it's really that message that's driving through, whether you're holding a physical and a digital event or whatever it is. So much of the success of that will be driven by your community.
So if you are an artist who's got some of these skills, or you're learning some of these skills, like how do you find these jobs in the fashion metaverse space? Like, what are some of the best ways to, find people like you?
Just networking. We're constantly on the look for 3D artists. I've been
write us.
Yeah.
Right.
Write us. But
this is where the land of opportunity is. Literally, if someone sends me a resume with a 3D portfolio and it's good enough, I'll hire them in a minute.
And wow, what are you looking for in their portfolio?
I'm looking for a sense of creativity, perfect execution. The details are very important to me, and just overall skills of being able to create something. Whenever I work with somebody, I don't want them to do exactly as I say. I want them to build on what I say.
And have fun. You want people to have fun too, I mean, that's
how I've always succeeded. Yeah. Hire people that are smarter than you and more creative than you, and surround you with people like that.
So even if you don't have, a fashion blazer in your portfolio, you still want to see their work, right? Because it's like you're looking for their eye, their vision.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
And like avatars.
Story.
Right. And like, I mean, there's going to be standard things that are out there, like, with the phone, you could create an avatar of yourself, or do, those kinds of things. But we want to think like beyond that, like what are the ideas that people have to bring in,
right,
that kind of going to make, be that differentiator when people either come to our destination or they wear our clothes, the digital wearables, or wear one of the accessories. It's that kind of level of creativity and how, what somebody brings to the table is really going to differentiate us as a brand.
So will you, if let's say, you buy a crypto couture dress, can you put that on your character inside your game, as well as in Decentraland and in all these different places, and maybe in your Zoom call, or is the technology not quite there yet? And the idea is like,
it's never quite there. So basically, what you're talking about are digital wearables within the metaverse, and to have that work, you have got to know which world you want to belong to. So a wearable in Decentraland doesn't necessarily work in Sandbox. So that's the one big problem right now, is that you have to buy into one world and your accessories are good for one space. What we decided with Crypto Couture was to hold off on saying, okay, we're going to do all of our wearables in Decentraland. Then you're locked into just Decentraland.
Right.
So everything's so new right now. And really, we're creating a collection that is something you want to buy in. It's the first of its kind, and it's a historic collection. So 10 years from now, these are going to be worth a fortune. So what we're doing is we're waiting till we have a community of 1,000 people, And then once we have 1,000 people, we're going to get everybody to vote and give us input on which world they want their wearable in.
Okay.
Once we have a consensus vote of where people want their wearables, we'll deliver the 3D file as a wearable. Now we can also in every NFT, you can request a wearable file, which is a .glb file, and we can airdrop that to you, and you can make it work in what worlds you want to make it work in.
Okay.
Right. So they are transferable, but you mentioned the Zoom and the conference calls. The technology is almost there. We thought it was going to be out by the end of November with some of the partners that we're working with, especially like DressX, but they're telling us that that's coming. So it will be here soon enough. And that's really, people get excited
It's
when
there, actually.
Yeah.
The company that we're working with, when we're on a Zoom call, they've either got
they're wearing, it's just not out totally yet
something.
to everybody.
Wow.
But and it works, and it's actually really freaking cool.
It's
That-
great.
You can experience some of this technology if you just go on Snapchat.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Exactly.
And you can see, but this is now designer, like that's the big differentiator between, Snapchat and something like this that we're creating, because their designers back it, and that kind of makes the demand behind it, and the level of detail that people are spending and really, jazzing up the accessories or the dresses and the flow and the mechanics of it really is creating that space now, which is, I mean, it's just very exciting. And then as far as the transferable of the worlds piece, I think we'll see better adoption as well of things that hopefully will be able to go to the different places, when you purchase that NFT. But on the flip side of that, if things kind of for now we're only designated for one world, it increases that demand, right? So, as far as the volume and the artists that we need and everything else, so it's a big thing.
Wow,
Right.
this has been so exciting, guys, and I really enjoyed the chat. And we're going to definitely make sure to link all these places in the bottom notes of this podcast. But I'm excited for people to find you guys as well, especially all of the 3D artists out there, and finding new avenues to be able to use their skill set and talent. The metaverse is very exciting in regards to that. So again, thank you for educating us and giving us more.
Thank you for having it, and reach out if anyone wants to reach out.
Plug. If you're an artist and you want to do a collection and you have some work and you want to do a collection with us, there's actually a link in the very bottom of the Super Pop Drop that says I'd like to request to do a collection. Send us a link.
Or if you just want to work on a project with us to get the experience, let us know.
And also join our community. We're recruiting, wanting new people to join our community, and let us know where we want to take this whole brand.
Yeah, you guys are on Discord right now.
Yep, on
Right?
Discord. Yeah.
Yep, we're on Discord, Super Pop Drop, at Super Pop Drop on Twitter, at Super Pop Drop on Instagram, and superpopdrop.com.
Wonderful. You guys, it was lovely to hear your story. And thank you. I'm sure we'll do another one of these.
Well, it's
fun in Austin too.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe we'll be with you next time because we can come to the ranch. But it's exciting because, again, like we've highlighted that point that it's only the beginning right now, and some people might feel like they're behind, but they're not. This is we're figuring it out right now. And so hopefully when we get together next, we'll be able to say, ooh, this is where we started and this is where we are.
Right. Right. Well, let's definitely get together in Austin next time you guys are in town.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Take care.
Right.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too.
Take care.
Thank you again.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.